Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Go-to-game show. It's where Jack and myself catch up every week and have a talk about what's happening in the gaming industry. And every week we're joined by another guest. And this week we've got my Kiwi brother, Ross McDougall, aka Xpaz, joining us to have a chat about some of the big news that's happened in the last week since we last caught up.
Kia ora. Thank you very much for having me. It's always a pleasure to catch up with you two.
Yeah. So, Jack, in the last 7 days, what have you been up to?
Just getting excited about potential new skate.
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so
that's pretty much it.
Last week we had our EA predictions. And
yeah,
I did bring up skate last week.
I just didn't think it would happen. As much as I wanted it to, I was just like, nah, I gave up on this years ago.
Every year they would fake back, and I'd just go, "You cowards!"
Yeah, how dare you?
I think the only prediction that we made that didn't come true was I said there's probably going to be a Need for Speed.
Yeah, I think that was it. Like something to do with Heat, or at least a new one on the horizon.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm disappointed in with the skate announcement, and it's only because I'm selfish, is it was very telling that they're really early.
So
real early.
It's going to be maybe 18 months to 2 years before it actually comes out.
Because it's not like, here it is, it's coming out at the end of this year.
Yeah, and pre-order now, beta.
They're like, we're back. And they were both like, we don't really know what we're doing, but we're here. And it's like, oh my God. I get it, but at least
were you guys following
be at this stage 2 years ago. God damn.
Well, I remember they hinted at like a EA Skate Again hat announcement, and everyone lost their shit like 6 months ago. But then they went out with like, oh no, sorry, we're not doing anything. And I was like,
because they've said multiple times, like, I swear to God, I've seen, whether they're fake images or whatever, but I swear I've seen multiple times like, we're not making one, so stop asking.
Because I went down the rabbit hole in terms of like, well, the studio that they acquired no longer got this person, and the IP is this and that, and I was like, well, I was trying to look for a reason, like a legitimate reason.
Oh,
like,
yeah, right.
Why they were doing it, and I thought they just lost the IP or like the brand had been done. So I'm stoked that it's up, but I'm fascinated to learn what was the technical delay.
Yeah. So were you following their social at all in the last week? So they hadn't tweeted anything for 10 years.
Yeah, it was like June or July or something.
Yeah.
Like literally 2010. That's wild, right?
They hadn't tweeted a single thing, and then literally it just lit up after the announcement. All they were doing was retweeting old tweets from people demanding them over the last 10 years to bring out a new skate game, and it was just retweet every tweet was, "We're back."
Yeah.
So that's cool. I'm excited about that. And one thing I am excited about is that whole skate genre now is in a really good place. We've got Tony Hawk 4 coming out. Skate XL, which I'm playing on PC, is awesome. So
that's actually great. I've said that a few times, that when that beta first came out, I don't think it was called Skate XL. I think it was called something else. And it was horrible.
Yeah.
And I played it once and I went, no, thank you.
Yeah.
And then someone gifted it to me the last couple of weeks on Steam, and I was like, I'll give it a go again, because I got a few mates that are playing it, and it's actually sick. Really sick. It doesn't play like Skate, and I like the way Skate 3 plays, but it's different and it's cool, and they've got a few new areas coming as well now, so I'm hyped to see what they do with that.
Yeah, I picked it up a few weeks ago because I think it's coming out, like 1.0 is coming out in like mid-July.
Yeah.
And I picked it up not really thinking much, and then like 3 hours later, I'm like, this is sick.
Yeah,
like,
it's still good.
But it's cool because I love competition. So I love the fact that Tony Hawk's going to be coming in. They've just announced like the rosters, like new players. So when
the remaster of 1 and 2.
Yeah, so there's going to be a healthy competition for when they come to the market. And I guess maybe they were waiting until like, these were a bit more in the market before making an announcement. I don't know, but it's cool. It's nice to know.
Oh, they're all in on it together. Who knows?
Nice to know that this genre that I grew up on is being revitalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus new stuff on top of that as well. So we can go back and play all the new stuff, but in better graphics. and still have that nostalgia, but be able to play it in 1080p at least.
Oh,
and then
totally.
now you've got Skate coming out in a few years, which is going to be hype as hell. So
yeah. See, with Skate, I still stand by my tweet I sent after the announcement. Is if they don't have scuffed physics, it's not going to be a real Skate game.
True.
Well, I went down a rabbit hole last year in terms of like Skate 3 YouTubers, and some of the things that they can find and do, and it's just ridiculous. It's awesome, but some of the secret spots they find just because of scuffed physics is incredible.
Yeah. I mean, if it comes out and it's got absolutely perfect physics, I don't think it's going to be as fun. Like one of the reasons I first started watching PewDiePie back in the day was his skate videos.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, Jack, you had your big 3-year anniversary on Twitch.
Yes, that was pretty wild.
Not 3-year streaming anniversary. It's your partnership anniversary.
Yeah, 3-year partnership. Yeah, this will be, I think, 9 years on Twitch this year, which is pretty crazy. And then 3 years as a partner. So, yeah, that was really fun. That was really, really fun. I did a 24-hour stream, and then I slept for 5 hours, hung out with the kids, had dinner, and then did a 20-hour stream. So that was pretty wild. I wanted to see if I could do 2 24s back to back, and it turns out I could have. At least you needed me to get off and look after the kids and have dinner and stuff. But I only had 4 hours left to hit it. But I could have done it, but won't do it again. Definitely not. That was so rough. I felt good the day after it, like the afternoon of that Sunday, but the Monday, oh my god, like I don't know. I even spoke to Fid, like I don't drink and I've never had a hangover, but like I felt like I needed McDonald's in the morning just to
be delirious.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a weird feeling, but yeah, just had a coffee and we're good to go. But still,
because they need a McDonald's and a blue Gatorade.
I was halfway there, but yeah, it was cool. So it was mad. Had a couple of companies on board, which is really cool, supporting and all that good stuff. So yeah,
awesome.
It's exciting.
What about yourself, Ross? How's your week been?
Bro, I've had a good week. I've been my latest thing at the moment is just working out. I'm having so much fun.
I've seen that, bro. You've been going wild with that.
I'm joining a powerlifting gym tomorrow. Like I was going through like a normal like mainstream gym, but I found like a gym that specializes in powerlifting, which is
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, no, I'm psyched. I'm meeting with one of the guys tomorrow because I got really good weight for my deadlift, my squat, my bench press. I'm really happy with them. But it's really cool. But what's been really fascinating for me, and this is why I bring it up, I've been tackling it like a gamer. I've realized that like a lot, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't do this sooner, but a lot of the ways in which I'm focusing on that is essentially like meta with all of the games that I'm playing.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like, I joke with like some of the community managers or like, guys that I know in this area that are gamers as well. It's like focusing on DPS. I'll go through a specific training program. I'll eat certain foods. I'll train in a certain way. I'll use certain methods, and that to me is just meta. So I used to think that I couldn't do the things that I'm doing. Like I can deadlift 210 kg now and squat 200 and bench 110, which are pretty good weights for like what I'm getting into. But a year ago I was really unfit and really overweight, and I thought, well, I can't do this. But at the same time, I'd spend 6 or 7 hours grinding for a legendary drop that had like a 1% drop rate. So it's like, well, I'm applying that same mental
mentality.
It's mental strength. So if I can do that, I can do this.
Yeah, and it's to sort of back that up, it's something similar I've been doing over the last 6 months. How long have we been in lockdown now? Has it been like 3 years?
Yeah,
since COVID started.
Almost, I think.
But basically, since we've been in lockdown, I there's a few things I've been doing and gamifying it as well. Actually, using apps. So I had the opposite problem of you: severely underweight, not eating well, not working out, and just looking like shit generally. And so I used MyFitnessPal, which is a
that's a good one.
Yeah, an Under Armour app. I was using that for my food tracking. Wasn't using it for the workouts or exercise, just for the food tracking because it's brilliant. And that's kind of like a trying to better your score, trying to achieve a goal sort of thing. But GFit is another one I've been using for my workouts, which is top score. It's totally gamified. You can compete with people in your neighborhood and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
And what was the other one I've been using? And because I've been quitting smoking as well, I've been using a quit smoking app, which tracks how much money I've saved theoretically.
Oh, on the concept of video game and fitness, check out, there's a YouTube channel called Video Games.
Okay.
The community manager of Monster Hunter, it's him and his mate, who's a Monster Hunter streamer. They are doing this as a channel specifically for video gamers. And they just did a video highlight on this one product that is it's an axe. It's a small axe. It's a weighted, it looks like an axe, but it's a weight. And they've got a workout program specifically around this. So what they did was did a video based around God of War animations.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Using this
I'm literally opening that up on my computer now so I can look at it later.
Yeah, it's dope. But it's cool because it's like it's a YouTube channel about health and working out run by gamers, and they always incorporate games into it somehow.
Oh, that's amazing. Cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah,
but
I've found it as a successful way for me to be able to keep off the cigarettes, eat well.
This might be
I've put on so much weight, which normally has been a struggle for me, right? Yeah. But at the same time, making sure I'm working out 5 days a week, and so I'm not becoming a big guy,
Yeah.
Although,
so it's that focus on meta that I've just transferred over, because I think I said it on Twitter a while ago. I once spent 16 hours grinding for a B shield on Borderlands 2, and if I can do that, and then I can work out for 45 minutes. And I think the thing that one of the things that I said in terms of like, well, what about the pain? How hard it is? How much does it hurt? I was like, well, going back to that B shield example, when I went on the Steam forums because I thought it was broken, this little pimply little kid was like, oh, I got it on the 3rd time. It took me 15 minutes. And I was like, well, that hurt more than all of the squats.
In saying that though, fuck squats.
I've got this little thing that says squat because no one ever wrote a song about having a flat ass.
That's awesome. All right, so tell us a bit about what you do anyway, Ross.
Well,
how long have you been in the gaming industry? Because you've been around a wee while.
Yeah, and I've worn a few hats. My foray into digital marketing, I guess, was through a band. I played guitar in a band called Saving Grace. I was signed to Face Down Records in America, and what with us being very geographically isolated here in New Zealand, the internet was how we basically promoted ourselves. So I learned a lot in terms of, and also my role in the band at the time was very much the influencer / product kind of contact. I was the one sending out press kits, getting in contact with brands and products, and doing a lot of negotiations and as to how being the intermediary between everyone else in the bands and what have you. So I cut my teeth in that. I had a friend who was temping at a media agency who got in contact with me and basically said, we've just picked up Xbox New Zealand. Would you like to handle their social media? And I was like, well, of course I would love to do that. So I handled social media for Xbox New Zealand for about 4 years. And that's basically how I met a lot of people within the gaming industry, Australia and New Zealand. I handled the channels during the Xbox One launch, first in the world to hit midnight and do the launches.
Oh yeah,
which was terrifying, especially when I had
that was an amazing event though.
Yeah, but when I'm the one handling all the social media and I'm getting retweets from like Phil Spencer and Larry and all of that, and I'm the one that's posting everything, and it was all fly by wire because it was unprecedented. It was terrifying, but it was fun.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, so I did that for 4 years, and then now I do social media for a tertiary education provider, Te Wānanga o Aotearoa. We're New Zealand's largest Māori education provider organization. So
if I remember right, the second largest education provider in total in New Zealand.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We have about 35,000 students enrolled at any given time.
Yeah.
And we do everything from te reo Māori language, tikanga, culture, toy, arts, but we also do business, education, and even nursing degrees, and social work. It's a great company to work with. I've kind of done a few things with them to incorporate the two worlds that I've been in.
So you did that amazing Fortnite campaign with Let's Play Live.
Yeah. So we did, every September we have Mahuru Māori, which is where we challenge people to speak purely te reo Māori for either a day, a week, or a month. And we've partnered with a few different things to promote that. But that year we worked with Let's Play Live to broadcast matches of Fortnite in te reo Māori on Twitch. So we had Amy as the host, paired with Twiz, who at the time was with Mindfreak Fortnite Pro.
Yep.
And we paired both of them up with two fluent te reo Māori speakers who played Fortnite. So
I'll tell you what was the most, this is speaking as a Kiwi that knows what Māori language is like in New Zealand. Like it's a language that is growing in popularity and stuff, but they're among Pākehā or white people is being adopted still, right? I think that's the safest way to sort of say it. And watching Amy throughout that stream was amazing. Like she was learning new words and learning how to use it, and like, to be honest, I've still had conversations with Amy to this day where she will say a couple of bits of kupu or words that I know she learned on that stream.
That's awesome.
That's
it's cool. It's really
That's
cool.
very cool.
Twiz had done kapa haka for a few years, so he was actually pretty comfortable and picked it up. We gave him all, we created Roini, like support packs that people could download. So we translated the map and then gave a cheat sheet in terms of compass directions, and we translated every single item in the game. So people could watch the stream and then download their own support packs to use themselves. But it was really cool. We won a multi-language award off the back of that campaign. It was something I'm really, really proud of. Especially because I was at the event, the multi-language awards. So, we were nominated for a few different categories, but then once we got it, they all, elbowed me to go up and get it. And it was a fascinating experience for our Pākehā, because the entire evening was in te reo Māori. They gave earpieces with English translators for that. PU kids, for someone like myself who I can follow along, but I'm not fluent. And so there's me getting up on stage looking as white as I am, going, "Hi, thank you very much," and thank you speech. And no, it was cool. It was a really cool experience, and it was great to actually bring two worlds that I'm in into one for a campaign. I'm definitely keen to do more of that in the near future.
Yeah, and I suppose this brings us to your other role as well, which is going to seamlessly go into our first bit of news. You're also a streamer in your spare time as well, from time to time?
Yeah, and so my two experiences have been on Mixer and Facebook Gaming.
Yeah, you have had time on Twitch as well, though, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I transitioned to Beam, which was pre-Microsoft. And then Microsoft acquired Beam, named it, changed it to Mixer. And then I started, because my role as a social media marketer, once Facebook Gaming started becoming more of a thing, still very, very early, but it was a thing. I got fascinated with that, because my comfort zone in terms of literally my day-to-day was Facebook advertising. So I just made the move to that.
Yeah.
Right.
So basically, we'll go over the news first, and then I've got so many questions for you in regards to the move from Mixer to Facebook. But the basic news that has come out was earlier this week, Microsoft decided to pull the pin on Mixer, essentially sending all of their people, or with the offer of sending all of their people over to Facebook Gaming. I think my first thing, guys, is how do you feel about the way this was handled?
Well, I know that most people were made aware of the tweet, which for such a ridiculously large organization such as Microsoft is very surprising. There was even a few partners who were approached by reporters asking about the big news on Monday. So there was ripples out there, apparently. So that's a huge shock. I think a lot of people were in like a stunned state of disbelief because I follow, well, my time on Mixer, I follow a lot of people there who work at Mixer, and that's how they learned. That's how they learned too. And,
yeah, right.
I mean that's rough. You got to be. I don't want to have a firm opinion this way or the other, but I certainly want to empathize with anyone that was blindsided, especially partners. Full-time partners. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, imagine Jack
stress.
waking up and Twitch shuts down, and then all of a sudden everything's gone. Like it's
be wild, eh? That's the bit that I put in like into perspective as well.
Yeah, I really feel for those crazy. Like the likes of Shroud and Ninja and maybe to a lesser degree Ewok as well. Yeah, they're all going to be fine.
Oh yeah, totally,
100%.
They're going to land somewhere with another cash money deal.
And a lot of the bigger Mixer guys have already solidified and become either Facebook partners. There is an interesting caveat where the existing Mixer partners are being invited to be instantly Facebook gaming partners, and if they retain their use of the platform for 90 days, they get a cash incentive.
Oh, there is a cash incentive.
Yeah, apparently it's $2,500.
Jesus.
US.
Yeah. Right.
But therein lies like the running joke, like Facebook are offering a support package that's larger than the US government.
Yeah, but also Facebook is also out the bat, by the sound of it, offering more support than anybody on Mixer actually got for a long time. I had a conversation.
And that was
I had a conversation with a local Mixer streamer yesterday. Had a phone call with her, and a lot of her complaints were like, she said, look, the writing was on the wall. That she had seen a lack of Mixer support over the last 3 months.
Well, I've had this discussion with many people over the last 6 months because a lot of the monetization functionality was being deprecated. You used to be able to buy games that would support partners or buy V-Bucks from channels using Microsoft Store, and there would be that connection there that would allow you to give like a commission of sorts. Apparently, the APIs for that were deprecated a while ago. First-party developers such as Rare, who have created Sea of Thieves, which is the biggest selling first-party exclusive, they did a 14-day Twitch drop to celebrate like an anniversary. And a lot of the Sea of Thieves fans and a lot of the Mixer fans were a bit like, you're a first-party Microsoft developer.
Yeah, why is this not on Mixer?
Why is this not on Mixer? Like, they've done stuff before, but there was a lot of things like that where the writing was definitely on the wall.
Like, I'll be honest, as a viewer of streams, I have only ever gone to Mixer for watching maybe the Xbox streams. Because look, watching the Xbox stream, like the E3 stream and stuff on Mixer, you get freebies.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Get drops. And for a while there, I was watching Sea of Thieves on there for the same reason, to get drops.
And that's one of the biggest complaints that a lot of the actual core Mixer community have had, is like these little flash in the pan drive viewers, but they don't drive retention. And one of the biggest issues that I had, well, two. One as a streamer was like Clips. Clips was functionality that was hinted at during my Beam days, and that's 4 years later, and it still wasn't rolled out as a core functionality. It just boggles the mind.
I didn't know that.
Well, that's the thing. You had to, like, as of like 3 weeks ago, you had to apply in order to get clip access. But even then, like,
damn.
I can think of so many careers that have been made off the back of virality and viral things. And it's like, well, that's as a content creator.
From a Twitch point of view, have a look at the likes of Paladin Amber, who
completely.
She massively grew off the back of her clips being shared from Twitch onto Twitter.
Yeah. The viral one of the woman playing is it Last of Us when the bunny gets shot?
Yeah.
She's like,
yeah.
It's the fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, like went completely viral. But 100%. Imagine if you were on a platform that you couldn't make clips on.
Even New Zealand streamer Bronx.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Bro, he started streaming like the start of last month or something. Yeah, he's been streaming for like 2 months or 3 months or something, and he's got nearly 1 million followers.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's wild.
He's a lovely dude.
Awesome dude. Yeah. Love the guy so much.
Well, that's it. But then it's like, you know, he had his heart in the right place, and he did something that not anyone else is doing. So he was always going to succeed, right?
I was very glad to have a little small part in
Reddit,
helping him out.
Boom.
Old Panda was he sent me the funds from his fundraiser to go buy all of his computer stuff.
Wow.
Oh, it was you. Okay, I wasn't sure who was going to hit up. Yeah. That's mad.
Yeah.
And now he's eclipsed Panda on Twitch.
Yeah. Crazy.
We ran out of money to get him
everyone in this region on Twitch almost.
Yeah, I threw in a Logitech 703 and a mouse pad to make sure that he had everything because I think we ended up buying a monitor, a tower, and a keyboard from PB Tech. And so it was cool.
That's cool.
I was very happy.
What a bloke, Panda. What a legend.
Yeah.
Looking him up. It's crazy,
going back to the mixer thing, there was one subject that this is looking from our business side of things, right? Let me get this timing right. Was it the Monday the racial allegations were made against Mixer? Yeah. So there was allegations of racism within Mixer from a community point of view and from a staff point of view as well. And then on the Tuesday, this announcement was made that they were shutting down Mixer.
To me, that's completely coincidental. I mean,
totally coincidental. Two completely different incidents. But from a PR perspective, well, that's what I was going to say. I can't believe there wasn't anybody inside of Microsoft in their PR department. And we know how many PR people they have, right? Not one single person there went, you know that thing we're planning on announcing on Tuesday? Maybe we should hold off a month.
Yeah, maybe Facebook will
or at least a week.
Yeah.
But again, it could have been definitely. Facebook and then deciding this is the day it's going out, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. It's only continuing until like 22nd of July, so it's kind of like if they wait, then like maybe that's when everything's been turned off and redirected or something. Who knows?
Yeah, there would have been so many technical things.
I can imagine.
But I get what you mean, though.
So, as somebody who has made the jump personally by choice from Mixer to Facebook gaming, how did that experience go for you?
I really enjoyed it. I Facebook gaming, when you boil it all down, is you're a brand page, much like every other brand page on there. So that's my comfort zone in terms of Facebook advertising and the way that the platform works. So it's using the algorithms of the Facebook Live in terms of getting yourself out there. One fascinating thing that I found was that the reach that I had with my streams was pretty ridiculous. If I streamed Fortnite, I was having an organic reach of about 1,000 to 1,500 every 45 minutes. So they treat a view as, and this is stuff that's getting injected into people's feeds or into other people's feeds who have a known interest or connection, either known interest in the game that you're playing or a known connection in terms of like one of their friends happens to be watching you, or one of their friends happens to like the page. So there is that. What I found in terms of visibility and accessibility, it offered something that a lot of other platforms I felt really struggled with in terms of getting your content in front of people. Because much like we all can see, we always see random stuff in our Facebook feeds that we're scrolling. Yeah, and it's like, oh, well, because your friends happen to be watching that too, or this or that.
Yeah.
So the ease of your stuff being found was really appealing to me.
Good discoverability.
And then also discoverability, but then also what I found was the audience type. Facebook caters to people that want to be on Facebook. And what I found that to be is broader audiences. They're not niche core audiences because they will gravitate to niche core areas. So a core gamer would use Twitch. Someone who's fascinated about a niche topic would go to Reddit. Yeah, they don't hang around Facebook. So the audience types that were tuning in had an interest in the game, but they weren't core gamers. So what was fascinating was that they still enjoyed the content, they still enjoyed engaging, but there was no backseat gaming, there was no trolls, there was no non-negative things that maybe are more. For me, is in terms of being a self-confessed scrub, in terms of whatever games I happen to be playing, it was a less stressful experience for me because my audience weren't. I didn't have that kind of feeling that maybe they were better at the game than I was. I don't know, but I found that it was a much broader audience base that had less of a diehard or gravitation towards this. It was just like, oh, I like this game, or oh, hey, this is cool. I didn't realize people played this on Facebook, or
what is this? What's going on? More just a general conversation than what users done. Go to this place, do this, do that, whatever.
So whilst I like being I like discussing meta. For me, it was much more at a beginner entry level. So I was allowing me to be a bit like, hey, let's talk about the game, as opposed to like being really in depth or feeling like I had to be because I was speaking to a core gaming audience. I wasn't. I was speaking to very general fans. So for me, the two things that gravitated me towards a platform was discoverability and broader audiences.
Yeah, I mean, it's been something that I've been saying about Facebook gaming for a long time, is that I think it is a threat to Twitch more so than Mixer ever was, and not so much for the hardcore audience. It's exactly what you've said. You're getting average Joe on Facebook.
Completely.
It's your guy or
and there's
girl
a lot more average Joes out there than there are
exactly
proper gamers that are going to be watching Twitch.
But they wouldn't A, never even heard of Twitch, and B, they probably wouldn't even take the time to actually invest off the platform.
Well, that's what I was just about to say, is your average gamer isn't your person that comes home from work, puts down everything, starts gaming for 8 hours, then spends 3 hours watching their favorite Twitch streamer, and that there's their life outside of work is just gaming. That's not your average gamer. Your average gamer is your guy or girl who spends 8 hours at work, they come home, they feed the kids, they watch some telly, and then they unwind with some gaming.
This does touch on something that the metrics were proving within the analytics on the pages as well, because your 3 to 5 or your 1 to 3 second views and your 3 to 5 second views are always ridiculous. Like that's you get a large bulk of that, but it's because you're being fed into timelines. So as a Facebook gamer, you're always struggling to retain. So a lot of Facebook gamers won't have pre-roll, for example, because the live streams are still fed into channels well after the stream is finished. You can see with my ones, I find that the organic reach almost doubled in the subsequent 48 hours because it was still being fed into timelines despite the live stream finishing.
Well, I've seen heaps. I've noticed that a lot.
Yeah,
like I'll see something pop up and they're playing a game that I like role play, whatever. I click on it and I'm like, just start watching a VOD, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. So what I learned was that I couldn't do pre-rolls, I couldn't do starting soons because what I had to start doing was actually starting the stream like 10 minutes into the game. So that as soon as the stream started, bang, action. Like that's which is a completely different mindset.
Definitely.
And then not only
because with the mindset on Twitch, it's You start your stream, you wait 5-10 minutes, you wait for the notification to go out in Discord, and you wait for Twitter, your post to go out, and you wait for people to get notification on their phone. Then they start trickling in. Then in 10 minutes, you have a chat for 10 minutes. And then when everyone's ready, you start your game.
Yeah. And that's an excellent segue into my next point, is that Facebook is very, very good at promoting their own platform. So the benefit is you are attracting Facebook users. People like the page, they'll get notifications on Facebook that you've gone live. So there's less of an onus on Facebook streamers to even need to do Twitter or need to do other platforms, because everything's on Facebook. Facebook, and no fault of their own, it's their business ethos. They want you on Facebook. So the Facebook notifications are vital. They don't promote Discord, they promote Facebook groups. You know, you can attach groups to your pages. So your group becomes your community hub. It's not Discord.
Right.
So it is the onus in terms of needing to have tweets, go live notifications, or Discord communities. No, it's everything's on the platform. So that's born entirely from the fact that Facebook want you to use Facebook and want you to keep your community there. I guess I can see the one thing that I would see Mixer users being hesitant to change is, well, I've just come from a platform that just died and all my eggs are in that basket. And now we're talking about a architecture that by its own inherent build is telling me stay on Facebook, do everything on Facebook, build your entire community on Facebook.
And that brings up a really good that brings up a really good subject. That's advice that I've given literally in the last 48 hours to a lot of people, and I've given it for years anyway. But is do not put all your reliance on one platform as a content creator. And I actually speak out of my own experience on this. Was back when I used to be a content creator, we had a podcast and radio show, and we started doing a video show. We put all of our eggs in a basket where we were getting paid really well by a new video service, and we were making really good money out of it. I think we were on like $5,000 a month or something at one stage. Just because we were one of the most popular channels on this new service. I can't even remember the name of the service, but it was only around for a year, and then they went under. Probably because they were paying content creators like us far too much money. But where the problem
sounds like
but where the problem lies was after they went under. We also had those videos on YouTube, but those YouTube videos didn't have 30, 40, 50,000 views. They had 100 views.
Yeah.
So when we went out to market to talk to brands and stuff to work with, they weren't as impressed with our content that was available to still see. So, you know, making sure you invest in multiple different things is super important. I use Nazy. I used Nazy the other day as an example of somebody who's done so well at spreading her content.
Oh, her YouTube's gone crazy.
But she's got YouTube. She's done an amazing job of YouTube. She's still streaming 5 to 6 nights a week on Twitch. Her TikTok is blowing up massively. And then she's got Twitter and Instagram, which are both doing really well. So literally she's got 5 platforms.
And she still uses Facebook page too, because I follow
her. Right. And the thing is, if one of those platforms die, she's still got 4.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a good segue into, I guess, the next point. Shroud, Ninja, what platform are they going to go to? What do you guys think?
I personally think Ninja's going to end up on YouTube.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think Shroud will go back to Twitch 100%.
Yeah, he's got like 24 million YouTube subscribers, and Courage seems to be very, very happy with his switch. So yeah, and then also as well,
I think for some reason Ninja suits YouTube. I would love for him to be back on Twitch, because that's kind of what I watch. Like, I tried, I downloaded the app on my computer. I, was trying to watch Mixer and shit, but I just could never figure it out. I couldn't have chat open at the same time. I just got over trying to figure it out. I just went whatever. So I closed it. So I haven't watched Shroud or Ninja for ages, and I used to watch both of them quite regularly because I really enjoyed their content. So I'll be stoked to see them both back on Twitch, but I think Shroud will come back to Twitch for sure. And then I also agree. I think Ninja would be more than stoked to start streaming on YouTube, because goddamn, those YouTube views these days are wild on their live streams, right?
Yeah,
It's
definitely. And he's got like an existing base, 24 million, and I think
exactly.
a lot of his post Twitch experiences weren't exactly positive. So
exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would be surprised if he goes back.
Whereas Shroud, they just were like, sorry, King, for letting you down. We'll come back whenever you want, please.
He'll
and
come
Ninja,
back.
They were like,
typical Shroud. He'll be low energy, 140,000 viewers. Oh, hey guys, we'll be back, and then that will be it. Smash Tarkov drops for the cows come home.
It just play some Tarkov, play some COD, whatever, and just be chilling. Doing like he said, he goes,
$10 million 8-month holiday.
and same as what he said when he went over there. He said, "This is just going to be me moving platform. That's it. I'm still going to be me." And you watch his stream, and it's literally exactly the same. Didn't change a single thing about it. Didn't change anything about his setup. Just played the same stuff, the same setup, everything. Just on a different platform. So he'll just switch back, and it'll be like he never left.
Yeah, I think the other two big names as well, being Goliathon and Ewok, I personally think those two will just silently go back to Twitch. I don't see.
I think Goliathon already said he went to Facebook.
He's part of Facebook.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't spot that.
How do you spell his thing?
The NDA'd town hall meeting.
Yes, he was involved in that, wasn't he?
And he was saying, "Hey, I'm on Facebook now. You should totally give it a go."
Yeah. Okay. What about Ewok? Do you think Ewok will? I personally think she'll just quietly go back to Twitch.
Yeah, you think so, right?
I think quietly is probably not the right word to use, but
no, she'll just go back.
Yeah. All right. What else we got in this news? Okay, let's hit the big news that has happened as well this week. We've had a discussion about this off stream as well, but we have to talk about it as well. Is the Me Too movement that is currently happening within our industry. Massive waves being made at the moment. Women and men equally, actually, or not equally, but things are coming up from both sides where people are making, bringing up things that have happened to them and calling out people that have. I'm being so careful with my wording here, but
hey, let's address the elephant in the room, and if we can get like a shot of all three of us here at once, we're all 30-ish year old white dudes.
100% we are.
And I think what we need to do, and what we were talking about off channel, we just shut the fuck up and we listen, because 100%. It's not our stories, but we need to understand that this is a reality. We need to understand that that this happens. We need to understand that it can happen to anyone, and anyone can do it.
Yeah.
And and much like with the Black Lives Matter movement, it's the time for people like me to listen, to empathize, to acknowledge that it's a reality, to not dismiss it. And the takeaway I've had from this is that I've been having some really great discussions with my friends about consent, about things that I wouldn't have normally discussed with my brothers,
100%.
And it gives me a really peace of mind that, I've got a 6-year-old son, and I know that I need to have these discussions with him in terms of verbal consent versus implied consent, and appropriate behavior, and respect, and treating people as equals, and even the perils of unconscious bias, it's been, I haven't felt like I could talk, and I shouldn't. It's not my time to talk; it's my time to listen. And and support anyone around me.
And saying that, I think it's our time to listen, but it is also a time where we as men where we do need to be talking is with our friends, and sort of calling them out on their bullshit if need be.
Oh, totally.
But also reflecting on ourselves and our own actions as men. I think 99.9% of men are guilty of, at some stage, being inappropriate by what we've said with the bros. at least, right?
Yeah.
It may not have been outright action, but even conversations that are had with your mates and stuff. We need to be talking to the boys about this and calling them out if they're being sexist assholes or whatever. And there was a brilliant tweet I saw the other day. I did retweet it, which was these sort of attitudes towards females in our industry are not going to stop until men are at a point where we in private Discord servers are going to call out other men for saying shit when no one's looking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's been a great opportunity for me to have some really frank and good discussions with my friends, and in terms of what is appropriate or inappropriate behavior. I've had great discussions with my wife in terms of that, in terms of being, a mid-30-year-old. And the elephant in the room for me as well, especially when interacting with people on Twitter, is that I'm 37. I need to be mindful as to what I do that's appropriate as a 37-year-old married man, in terms of, and there's definitely a difference between what my perception is in terms of, well, this is what my intent was versus, well, this is what's perceived from the public eye. So, it's a great opportunity for us to acknowledge, recognize, and like you said, also hold our peers accountable, and have those discussions and not be afraid to have those discussions.
Yeah, and look, and I think all three of us can probably agree on this one, is having those women in our life at the moment, our partners. Having these conversations is important as how to. Like I've been having conversations with my wife literally all week about this. And look, we've been having conversations as serious as the way my personal attitudes towards women have been in the past when I was younger. When I was younger, even in the last 5 years, it's it might not be as bad as some of these accusations that are coming out, but it's still an attitude, right?
The similar discussions I've had with my friends in terms of like, well, this is how we were when we were younger, and you can't change history when you don't. Certainly, I mean, I guess with this topic, you can judge history based on current values because these are values that should have been instilled from the get-go. But it's, and as a father, this has been fascinating for me to take stock and go, well, what's the conversations I need to have with my son? What's the behavior
100%.
I want to see in my son?
Well, as a father of teenage boys, like my boys are teenagers, both of them, and that there is conversations. We have had conversations in the past, but I think more so now we're sort of seeing the importance of having those conversations and having them again, right?
Yeah. It's been, I mean, to go from Black Lives Matter, I mean, not that it's gone, but to go from that to this, and that energy and that groundswell and the empowerment has been amazing. And like you said, it's not to say that we should, be silent, but it's certainly a great opportunity for us as men to take stock and not be afraid to have those discussions.
No, and look, I think as somebody who, like I said, completely acknowledge my own faults in the past with my own personal attitudes, being able to reflect on that and look at how I've grown already as a man, but is there more I can do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So super important conversations to be had, and look, and I don't see these conversations ending anytime soon.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
All right.
Sweet.
Without trying to write off everything that we just said, moving on to, do we have anything else we wanted to cover, Jack?
The only other thing that I saw that I was like, I would love to talk about that because it's about Minecraft, and I love Minecraft. But that's just the new Nether update, new Nether overhaul, which has been pretty wild. Mainly because a lot of things have changed over the years with Minecraft. Added blocks, added biomes, and everything like that. But nothing has ever changed since Minecraft's inception, realistically, to the Nether. There's never been a Nether update, well, like notable anyway, like an actual overhaul and Like this is the only thing that's changed in this.
So what have they changed?
Update?
I'm so far removed from the Minecraft world,
Mm.
so you're gonna have to explain.
Well, I've only had a brief look at it, and I actually loaded the new patch today just to see what it was like and see what I could find, and flew around a little bit. But yeah, so they've overhauled it. The way you get there with the obsidian and flint and steel making the portal, everything's all the same. But you go in there, and majority of it's the same, but they've added like a new biome to the Nether itself, which is really, really cool. They've got new mobs in there, I believe, as well. And they've also added, I think, some other, like there's other blocks as well in there as well, like different versions of the soul sand, and they've got basalt, I think, is like one of the main parts of it as well. So basically here it says with the 4 new biomes, basalt, desolates, crimson forest, soul sand valley, and warped forest. I don't know if
how's the reaction been?
I haven't really seen many people talking about it, to be honest, which is odd.
Is this going to get you back onto the game and having a play though, Jack? Because you've been a Minecraft guy for a long time.
I think I definitely want to check it out. I want to have a look more with it as well, for sure. So
I mean, you'll be able to play it in RTX as well, right?
Yeah. So this came to the Minecraft Java and the Bedrock version as well. So
cool.
I don't think they have a survival mode for RTX yet, but as soon as that comes out, I'll definitely be starting a new world for sure.
Nice.
Because that's the only thing. Like I've been really enjoying all the pre-built worlds, but I've just been waiting for the day that they say survival RTX isn't available. You can just load up a world. You can start from the start, RTX, and then go. That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, because I do the RTX worlds, but they definitely feel like experiences, because you walk around with your mouth agape like, oh my god, but you're not actually doing anything.
You don't do anything. You're just flying around in creative mode looking at stuff, which is still mind-blowing. What they can do with it is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm still in love with it so much, but yeah.
I get that experience without even playing it, just watching the YouTube videos.
It's true. It's very true. But yeah, that was literally something that I saw like 10 minutes before the show started, and I was like, I want to talk about it. I want to bring it to light in case someone watches and doesn't know. But yeah, I think there's a lot more. I haven't gone through the full patch notes yet, but I have gone through and had a look at, I guess, at least one part of one of the new biomes, and it looks really cool. It goes from like that red glow, and then it goes into like a blue flame glow to the whole world, and the whole world's really dark and like dingy. It's really cool. It's got a really weird feel to it. It's not this bright, scary, like bright, but also like if you fall, there's like gas and stuff. Now it's like this dark underworld, like with that blue tinge. It's weird. It's so cool. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm just finally stoked that they did it. They've been talking about the Nether overhaul for quite a long time now. So there you go.
Nice.
Hyped.
So what are we all looking forward to in the next 7 days?
More
7 days.
skate news. Give me more skate news, you bastards.
I am going to be pretty boring and say Fortnite Week 2 challenges. And that's only because my son, 6 years old, he's finally gotten good at Fortnite, and he plays on the Switch. We do crossplay, so I'm on the PC and he's on the Switch.
That's cool.
And
doesn't it?
We do it after dinner, and I'm having so much fun with him.
When I first started playing Minecraft, it was literally because my kid was about 6 and he was into it. And I think there's nothing cooler as a dad or a mum being able to sit down and rock out some games with your kid and be on that same level as them.
Like he's really good at the sniper, and he knows how to like flank, and he's not very good at building, but he's still a great wingman. And the great thing for me, like as a PC player, I think I get into lobbies that are predominantly Switch players because he's on Switch. I'm cleaning up, and it helps my ego. If I go PC lobbies and everyone's doing 90s around me and just building over the top of me, I just get smoked every time. But with him though, I'm killing it.
Just wait until they get as old as my boys, and they will be better at everything on every game possible than you are.
Oh, bro, he's already like surpassed my hunter rank in Monster Hunter Generations. Like he's got like 180 hours on the PlayStation with his own character. He's killing it.
The only time I'm ever
awesome.
better at my kids at a game is because it's trash. No one plays that game. It's a dead game.
Well, wait for the Alex the Kid remake, and then put on the graphic model.
That will actually probably be what will get me to buy a Switch finally.
Oh,
there you
dude,
go.
I'm so
See
psyched.
what Ross called it? Alex the Kid.
Oh, you bastard! I didn't even pick that up.
I did.
For me, my next week, apart from work, is two things. One, Jack and I are working on probably the coolest project at the moment that we cannot talk about, but it is
one of the
cool.
coolest. It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
If we pull it off, it's going to be definitely top 3.
Yeah, definitely.
And we've done some cool shit.
Yeah.
So.
But the other thing is having my heart broken further by playing more The Last of Us 2.
You want to talk about that?
Oh, I didn't want to talk about it.
I have not played the first one.
My emotions
I've watched
are still
a playthrough
raw from last night's playthrough I had.
Oh no, I've watched a full playthrough of the first one, but I haven't played it myself.
Yeah. So yeah, last night was a pretty. I'd put it this way: to anybody who has played this, I hate golf clubs now. I can't look at golf clubs in the same way.
Oh no, I don't know what that means, but all right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What about you, Jack? You got anything else you're looking forward to?
Oh, checking out some Minecraft, I guess. I really want to check it out and see what's in there. But probably just GTA pretty much. Some more roleplay, see what's going down. And yeah, that's me. Just streaming and working on what we do, right?
That's the one.
Some more cool stuff. So yeah, that's what we can do.
Well, that brings us to the end of the show anyway. Thanks so much for joining us, Ross.
Thank you for having me. It's been a lovely time.
Appreciate it, bro.
Especially with the time difference with NZ and here.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I thought you were still in the office or something. And I was like, oh, it's actually like nearly 7 over there. 6:30. I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah. Plug where all your socials and stuff are and anything that you need to plug.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to plug Brock's. Everyone should go watch his channel. I watched his Hokkaido carving today while I was working. And he's a legend. So just don't worry about me. Go follow him.
Yeah.
Your name will be below your face anyway, so.
Yeah.
But do you know the reason why I watch him? Is purely to hear a New Zealand accent in the background while I'm working some days. And he's got the most New Zealand accent possible. I don't know if you guys have seen the clip that went out a couple of weeks ago, and he was carving in the shed, and this is the most New Zealand thing ever to happen as well on a live stream. He's carving away, he's talking to chat, and next minute this head pops over the back fence. He's like, hey bro, you on YouTube? No bro, I'm not on YouTube, I'm on Twitch. Oh, what's your Twitch, bro? Oh, it's BROU, and all right, chirp. And that's it. I was just like, that is the most Kiwi thing I've ever seen.
My favorite Kiwi one of his was when someone, because they're big carvings he's doing. They're
huge.
You know, they're pretty big. And one of the comments was, how do you transport them? And he was like, oh, you just pick it up, bro. He's like, oh, you find someone with a van, but yeah, just pick it up. And I was like, that's perfect. That's quintessential Kiwi right there. Just pick it up.
That's it. Just pick it up. There's no more information. Just pick it up and you have it now.
Yeah, just pick it up, bro.
Why are you overthinking this?
Fully. Fantastic.
All right, and as usual, we will be back every week with this show. We record this on a Thursday, so if anything's out of date before you watch it, we go live every Friday. And you can follow us on all of our social medias at goto.game, or just look up goto.game on Facebook. And of course, we're on YouTube as well.
Yep.
And you can follow our personal accounts, myself at FidMcAwesome and at Jack Hutto on Twitter.
That's the one.
Thanks for tuning in, and we will be back next week.
Yep.
All right. Peace.
See ya.